What's up, guys, and welcome to my first video on my second channel. First things first, this channel will be kind of more real-lifey stuff and more me talking about important crap or stuff that I find important. I'm doing a game today because I felt it was kind of, well, I was playing it before and I had the idea for this, to do this, I suppose, episode a little while ago. Thought, hey, this would be a good game to throw in there. So yeah, that's why I am doing a bit of a gameplay today, but I won't talk much about the game. I have written a little song here in Punk-o-Matic 2. It's not very long, but I'll play it for you guys at the end of the video. So what I want to talk about today is being a muso is the topic of conversation. Now, I'm sure I've mentioned it a few times before, but I do play guitar. I am technically a musician, I guess. I'm not good or anything, but anyway, I want to, I suppose, talk to you guys about it, and hopefully, if you are a musician, you might be able to pick up some tips to make you a better one, and if you're not a musician, hopefully you'll have a slightly different appreciation of music. Maybe I'll make you think about something, I don't know, but let's just get into it. So music is something that's really important to me. I love it. I don't know what else to say. It's such a big part of my life. I mean, I don't play all that often, but I've always got some sort of music on. I suppose unless I'm recording, I'm always listening to something. So I wanted to do a talk about it because it's something that I love very, very dearly. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. Now, what exactly do I want to talk about is... I'm still making up my mind, but let's see how it goes. Okay, so what I did music growing up. Well, I still am kind of growing up. I'm only 19, but I did music in. Wait, am I 19? Yeah, I'm 19 now. I forgot the date for a minute there. I did music growing up through high school. We didn't have the best music program until probably about year 12, and that was pretty daunting because I didn't know shit. Really. So I had it in some ways tougher than other people, but in other ways it was probably more rewarding, and I definitely grew more in that last year as a musician than I had probably in all the years before that put together, which is saying a lot. I had an amazing music teacher. His name was Mr. White, or Matthew White. He basically came in, he changed the whole system around and fixed it all up, and he was just great. He was amazing. So I suppose what I want to talk about though is what music means to me, and look, what I just want to say is along the lines of, if you are a musician, you don't have to be the best musician. I mean, anyone who's watched a movie and paid any attention to the soundtrack knows the absolute just emotional power that music has, and that's what you want to tap into. Being a musician isn't about being the best. I mean, if you sit in a room of musicians and they watch each other play, they're kind of like women, where they'll give you compliments, but deep down they're going, I'm better than you, I'm better than this person. And it's really music is just really full of egos, and I mean, it's not a bad thing to have a bit of an ego. I mean, I'm not going to come down on you for that. And there are times where I've been like, oh man, I wish I was as good as that guy, or, you know, oh, I'd love to play on stage to 50,000 people. I mean, who wouldn't? That'd be absolutely incredible, of course. But the thing is, the first thing you have to do for any of that stuff, and this took me a while to figure out, but I did eventually get there, is you have to enjoy playing to yourself. There's a difference between playing music and performing music, and when you're playing to yourself, I mean, now I'm completely happy to sit down with my guitar and just play to myself, and I enjoy my own music, and that's something that I think a lot of people don't do. But it will really make you a more robust musician, because at its core, music, at least to me, I'm speaking from my own opinions, my own experiences, music is an art as much as writing, as much as painting and drawing and all that other stuff. Music is art. Now, the point of art is to connect to your audience emotionally. That's what you want to do. And so many people in music are all about how many notes they can play in the shortest amount of time, or, you know, how well they can shred. I mean, yes, you need to be accurate. You need to be good at an art to be able to get it across, of course. But at the same time, there's so many people that they play and you just don't feel the emotion. And that's what you need to get, because I'm not that great a guitarist, but I'm happy. I don't practice every day. I practice maybe a couple of times a week. But I'm completely happy to sit here to myself and play the same 4 chords over and over, because I enjoy that, and that makes me happy, and I'm essentially connecting to myself, and I feel like I'm saying something through those chords in the way that I play it. I mean, just like every artist has their own small nuances that are different, every musician has that as well. And there's a saying that I love in writing, which is there are no unnecessary words. And I think that's the same with music as well, if you think of the notes being the words. There are no unnecessary notes. I mean, what an artist has put in or chosen to leave out is there for a reason, and that's because they feel that that's how it should be, for whatever reason they're writing the song. So, really, what I'm trying to stress here is you need to figure out how you can get emotion into your music, because that will make you a better musician. It doesn't matter if you can shred so well, like that, you know, fucking Randy Rhoads would be jealous of you. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you have passion and that you have, like, feeling in there. And I mean, those words get thrown around way too much these days, but this is what you need to get. This is what, to me, makes a great musician. There are good musicians and there are great musicians, and the great musicians are the ones that know how to tap into that emotion and connect to their audience, and they play from the heart. And that is an important thing. It doesn't always have to be a love song. I'm not being all sappy. It can be angst and anger. You don't even know what you're feeling. You don't have to feel it. As long as you don't have to be feeling it to play that song. But you do need to tap into it and have the understanding of that emotion there to get it across properly. And it doesn't have to be love or the generic stuff. It can be anger, it can be sadness, depression, anything, even confusion. Confusion is one of the most powerful emotions that we have access to as human beings. And there are so many bands that tap into that so well. Like, you think of one that comes to mind is Bush, and I love Bush. They're a grunge band. I am going to keep saying it like that because I'm really immature and I'm going to make a lot of Bush puns. But yeah, I love Bush. I think Bush is great. There's nothing like a nice emotional Bush. Okay, I'm stretching here. But anyway, and this is completely down to my own opinion, because the other thing I want to talk about is the fact that people interpret songs differently. Just like musicians will write songs differently to each other and even interpret each other's songs differently. Everyone is different. Everyone is coming from a different background with different experiences. Everyone will interpret a song slightly differently, because maybe to them it fits this situation that they were in, or to another person it fits a completely different situation. And all the best artists will tell you that they like hearing what their fans think their song means, because often it's a little bit different and they didn't see it that way. And I mean, it's not just about your emotion when you're writing it as well. As long as you get that across though, and you're connecting with people, they will listen to it and they will get it. There's nothing better than when you get those tingles when you really feel like what a guitarist is playing. You can say, man, I get what you're feeling, or you're making me feel something. And that is really, really, really what amazing, great music is. Even if it's the same 4 chords over and over for the whole song, if it says something, that's what's important. And I think so many people have forgotten that now when they go to play music. And it's not sad, because there are so many great musicians now, and I'm not trying to have a knock at or anything at any of that stuff, but it's just sometimes I think people forget that, and I think that they should reconnect to that. Because at the end of the day, it just doesn't really matter, man. It really doesn't. Like, whether you can play the most notes or not, then the next guy down the line, that doesn't matter. as long as you're connecting to your audience, you should be playing because you love music and because that's what you want to do. Because that's how you want to connect to people. That's why I'm doing this right now, is because that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I play music, because that's what I'm trying to do. And I mean, it's the same as when you write. There's another writing saying, what you feel when you write it is what the audience will feel when they read it. It's the same with music. Is what you're feeling is what's going to come across to the audience. So you really need to tap into that. I know a lot of people have done this before, and there are people there probably just going, oh man, you're full of shit, you're just talking out your ass, and I really don't think I am. Give it a try. A few other things I wanted to talk about anyway. I'll stop all the sappy emotional shit. A few of the other things I wanted to talk about is overcoming stage fright when you're a musician. Now, I can't give you too many tips on that, but the way that worked for me is, I'm not a singer. I will tell you that right now. I'm not a singer. I can barely play the friggin' guitar. But I sat down one-on-one in year 12 with a girl that I adored. One-on-one. Played her a couple of songs. I sang. And I was terrible. I couldn't fucking breathe properly. And all that crap. But it doesn't matter, because then after that, I mean, I've done that. I got through that, and that was probably one of the most daunting things I've had to do as a musician. And now I'm happy to play 200 or 300 people comfortably. I mean, I've never even had the chance to get that many. I did play to a room of about 4 or 5 once. But yeah, apart from that, I was completely fine with it. I got up on stage and I just got out there and enjoyed myself, and that's what you got to do. When you're performing, you're enjoying yourself. When you're playing music, you're enjoying yourself. You're feeling it, you're getting into it, and that is what will make you a great musician. As long as you can play those few chords that you need to play, or if you are, a metal guitarist and you're shredding like crazy, then good for you. That's great. I mean, as long as you're feeling it and you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. And that's all that's going to come across. So, I guess that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I did have some notes that I didn't actually look at, the stuff I wanted to talk about, so I'm sure I left some stuff out. They'll be like, oh man, how come I didn't say that after I put this up. But anyway, I'm just going to show you guys this song. This is a really good game. I'm just on Armor Games. We're not here to talk about the game. But I wrote this song while I was thinking about what I would say. Okay guys, sorry about that. I didn't realize until after I'd actually gotten the video all put up and everything that the end had fucked up at some point in the production process. So thankfully I went back into the game, and my song is still there. I can still play it for you guys. So I'm going to do that now. This is kind of a good thing. It gives me a chance to say a few things I probably left out, which were, in terms of music that I listen to, yes, I'm doing a punk game, but I listen to almost anything. In fact, 2 of my most favorite songs are actually classical pieces, and then what I play is a lot of rock music and acoustic music and everything. Just for those guys that were wondering. So yeah, I'm a pretty broad musician, and I suppose that's my other tip is, if you are a musician, is to listen to everything. Don't have a prejudice against something, because you never know what you might end up liking, where you might find something that connects to you, or just you might be able to rip a nice riff out of a song or something out of a jazz song and use it for your own sort of stuff. So on that note, I'm going to play the song again now. The band is called Fire Sex. I did tell this anecdote before the video fucked up. My band is called Fire Sex. In year 8, I had a band in one of my music classes, and we wrote our own song and everything. We were the only band that actually wrote our own song. It was only 3 of us. That we had 2 guitarists, including myself, and a drummer, no vocalist. So we wrote this like epic metal ballad sort of thing, and called Clitoris Maximus, a bit tongue-in-cheek, and basically it was like we wrote it, and my buddy Mason, who was the other guitarist, he was the lead guitarist. He's a great guitarist. Even back then, he was just like a killer guitarist. And he came in one day and said, hey, look at all these cool chords I found, and I kind of made a song out of them. So we all just went, yeah, man, that's cool. And then we collabed on that. We went off that bass, and we made a song. It's the only time I've ever had a band work properly together was that time, and it was amazing. We made a really, really wicked song. I'll have to try and remember it and play it for you guys if I can get onto Mason. Maybe he still knows it. But anyway, so we made the song. We made Clitoris Maximus, the epic ballad of a warrior's birth, his rise through the arena, and his eventual death. So we had our song. We got up and in the school auditorium, and they said, "What's your name? What's your band name? We need to write it down." And we hadn't thought of a band name or anything. I think we spitballed a little bit, like just before getting out on stage, and we all just kind of looked at each other, and then I went up to the mic and said, "We are Fire Sex," and that was our band name, even though that was the only time we actually performed together and the only thing we had to do. But for that one song, we were Fire Sex, and coming together like that with a band, especially for a young musician, is such an amazing thing, just when it goes that well. And it kind of made me think it was easy, but it's just not easy working in a band. But anyway, that's the anecdote I had for you guys, and yeah, I'm gonna play the song now, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, my first one on this channel. I will cut it as soon as the song is done. I don't want this to run on too long, because I'm just gonna stick this on the end. Again, I apologize for the cock up. Anyway guys, if you like this, leave a like. If you like me, subscribe, and I'll catch you on this channel or the other one. So yep, thanks guys, peace out, catch you later. Oh, I left a few bars at the start, sorry. So there you go guys, your generic 30-second long punk song. Hope you liked it, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Okay guys, one more thing, I've forgotten again. Just about the game, really quickly at the end. If you write a song in this game and you like it, hit get tabs. This is why this game is awesome. It's got tabs for all the instruments, so you can literally write your own song and then go to play it. I did do a test with my guitar before, and it seems right, so from what I can tell for the guitars anyway. So yeah, give it a go guys, and I'll catch you later. Peace.